So I played it. Just finished Evil Within 2, so thought I'd go back to Evil Within 2. This will be my 7th or 8th playthrough of... Oh, well, that's annoying. Well, luckily I'm not streaming the DLC right now. I don't remember deleting the DLC. Hopefully it's not going to charge me to start again. Right, now we know what we're doing. And yes, I will be playing on casual because I do suck. I cannot remember if I've actually tried this game on a harder difficulty. If I have, I've probably died a lot. That's what happens when I attempt harder difficulties on most games. I'm gonna die a lot. What is going on? Some problem with the DLC.
All units, 1199, expedite cover code 3, Beacon Mental Hospital.
184 copy, code 3, ETA 3 minutes.
Copy 184.
So yeah, the reason I thought I decided to go back on this now, just finished Evil Within 2. I thought people are going to be wanting to get the Evil Within 2, maybe they've not played the original, maybe they want to go check out what it's about. I probably won't be the only person streaming it, but
that's not what happened.
if you want, you can check out my stream and see what you think. Maybe you'll buy both games together.
Gives you the creeps, doesn't it?
127, 124, please respond.
Joseph, you think there's a connection?
It's a possibility. I believe the records were sealed.
Anyone on scene, respond.
Dispatch, this is Detective Castellanos in 184. What's the situation? Over.
184, be advised. Some problem reaching owners on the Beacon Memorial.
Is there any...
You can skip these videos, but
Jesus!
in case you want to figure out what's going on with the story, I'll just leave them on.
Junior Detective Kidman. Any thoughts?
Nothing yet. I'm sure we'll know everything once we get there.
What do you make of it?
Connolly, contact dispatch and let them know what's happening. Joseph, Kidman, you're with me. We're gonna have a look around.
Right.
Right, let's go for it. Chapter 1, an emergency call. Memory serves, this part of the game is pretty slow. You just gotta follow them. You can overtake them, but you can't actually get in till they catch up with you. It doesn't matter if you go the left way or the right way. It doesn't save you any time. It does move quite fast, but... Oh, you don't have to wait for them. I remembered wrong.
We're gonna check it out. Don't let anyone else through this door.
I can be an extra set of eyes.
We don't know what's happening here. You're a backup.
Did you hear something? Someone alive in here.
Are you injured? What happened here?
Can't be real. Impossible. Ruvik is...
I've got him. The security cameras might tell us something.
What the hell?
So as I said before, I played this game a fair few times, so I should know what I'm doing. I say I should. It wouldn't be the first time I've remembered wrong, took a wrong turn or something like that. So let's see how much I do actually suck at this game. That's why I'm playing it on casual, because you never can tell. The first chapter is fairly straightforward when you're playing it on casual anyway, so you should get a fairly quick start. I would say this is one of my favourite horror games. This is probably the horror game I've played more than I've played anything else. I don't tend to do more than two playthroughs of any game most of the time. I think I have played this about 6 or 7 times. I've played it 6 or 7 times, not just on... This is the PS4 version. I played it several times on the Xbox 360 as well. I do prefer the PS4 version. There's not a massive significant difference the picture is slightly sharper. Should really crouch here, but I'm feeling confident. Oh, he's caught me. I don't think he's ever caught me there before. Yeah, don't do that. Just crouch. Yeah, so I don't think there's a lot of differences between the 360 version and the PS4 versions. I'd assume the differences will be similar between PS3 and PS4. I've never had a PS3 myself, so I couldn't tell you. But just in the darker areas of the game, where on the Xbox 360 version you'd see shadow, where on this you can actually see a bit better. You can see like blood stains and things like that. Just gives it a bit more of a horror edge. Let's wait for him to go in there. We'll stay crouched this time. Grab the keys. Don't be so slow. You can't control the speed here. Like, sometimes I do just run up from that point and I get through the door. But, as you saw a moment ago, so we've passed the bit where I died last time, which you should never ever die there. Especially not on casual difficulty. Can't speed up here. There's no option to run, so I wish you could pick those up, but you can't. You cannot skip over that. That's something that has to happen.
Shit.
And this part is where he's pretty much running on his own. You can't really control that. You can't stop. You wouldn't want to either, and you will always get attacked there. So don't worry about that. And this is where you find yourself looking for the foreseeable future. Not for the whole game, but just for a while. And I know that I do survive this part, so I'm not too worried. There we go. Whee! Looks like fun, doesn't it? I'm not going to be doing a a collectible run through on this, so if you're looking for all the collectibles, you're watching the wrong videos. I've done all that before. I will be picking up certain collectibles if I spot them, but I'm not going to be getting many. I'm mainly just going to be getting through the game as quickly and as efficiently as possible. If you come out here, now if you go left here, I don't need to go left, but if memory serves, there's something to pick up over here. I might be remembering wrong. There's nothing. But yeah, let's carry on. So yes, I'm not going for all the collectibles, but if I remember where one is nearby, I will just get it, just in case maybe that's the one you're missing for the whole game. Just to give you a helping hand. You can ignore that door, there's no way through there. There's a collectible here, I believe. On this guy, no? I thought there was. Maybe because I've already collected it. Yeah, because I'm doing New Game Plus, that'll be why the collectible's not... That particular collectible is not showing up. Anything I've already collected will not be showing up. There should have been a note with that kind of wheelchair specifying that I would need to head this way. So I already know to head this way, so it's not a problem. The only thing about this chapter is it is quite slow, mainly because he is limping throughout most of it. There is no health you can pick up on this chapter, so don't go out of your way looking for any, you will not find any. There's nothing to pick up in here, let's move on. My main problem as a gamer is I like to rush, and there are sections here and in other parts of the game which you cannot rush with. This section you have to be on scene. This is the stealth section. If he sees me, I will die. Let's just wait and hope he didn't see me go in here. We can see him, but can he see us? Checkpoint, so that should mean he's exited the room, so it should be safe for me to do so. So what we need to do now is stay unseen, and it looks like he's coming this way, so we really should go back that way. That is rare. I hate this whole part. You like, should I come out, should I not? I'm more cautious than I normally would be. I don't want to continually die during a stream because that is embarrassing. Don't see me, don't see me. Let's go on. And I hate that I move so slow here and I've got to wait before I can go on. He needs to not see me go in here, and he needs to knock those boxes out of the doorway. Sometimes he's not seen you at all. I do believe this is not one of those times. He's looking for me, so he knows I'm about. Sometimes you'll find he's not seen you at all, so he just stays in the room and there's no sound, so you might have to come back out, go for a wander, then wander back. When that happens, you will find there's a good chance of you actually being caught. Now let's get out of here. checkpoint. Now, as far as I remember, he can't catch you here. This is just one of those scenes that always plays out exactly the same. Although I've never tried standing completely still, which probably not a good idea. I believe that's the end of chapter 1. Or is it? It might not be just yet. And I've just received a YouTube notification that Markiplier is online. Come on. I can't compete with that. Darkness twisting me around. I only wish to ever be as entertaining a YouTube gamer as Markiplier. I love watching his videos. Possibly my favourite YouTube gamer. I'm fairly new to streaming, so I'm just getting all used to it, so I apologise if I don't sound overly interested. Hopefully with time I'll get more vocal. The Evil Within. So if you like your horror games and this is your thing, after I've streamed The Evil Within and the DLC and The Evil Within 2, I might go into a stream of Resident Evil 7, which I've not had a second playthrough of yet, even though it's been a while since I last went on it. I wouldn't mind going on it again. I can now run. Great. We're going the wrong way, we need to go. Come on now. Still in chapter 1 here, I believe chapter 1 ends. So we have to exit the building. Like I said before, you can skip these videos, but I'll just be leaving them on just so you know exactly what's going on. So if you do skip these videos, it does leave a big gap in the story, like, how did I get here? What's going on? Funny enough, I was talking about Markiplier just now, and the way I heard of him was because I was searching for a video for The Evil Within, because when I was on my first playthrough, I was really stuck around about chapter 7 or 8 I think it was, and it was through that I discovered him. I do love this game. I prefer this one to the second one, I'm not saying The Evil Within 2 is not a great game, it is a great game, but I just find this one a lot more interesting. Definitely though, if you've played this one before and you've not got the new one yet, do go and get it, it's a great game. It's a completely different animal to this one, but it's definitely worth a go. I'm not just into horror games, I do play all sorts of games. I'm a big fan of Skyrim, Horizon Zero Dawn, all that games like that. I'm a big fan of the Dishonored series as well. Big fan of the Assassin's Creed series. I've not got... Is it Origins? The new one, is it Origins? I've not got Origins. I'm not in a rush to get it because I've not completed my Ezio Remastered collection, nor have I played through my Black Flag Remastered yet. And I'm part way through Assassin's Creed Syndicate DLC, Jack the Ripper, so I will finish all them before I really invest in Origins. Yeah, if anyone's playing Origins at the minute, do let me know what it's like. I'll probably have to check out a stream or two myself as well. I've also been wondering about Wolfenstein. I've never played it, but the sequel's due out, and at the minute Wolfenstein is $2.99 on the PSN store. That offer ends on November 1st, so might be worth getting. Let me know what you think of that game as well. It's not a game I know an awful lot about, but I've heard good things, so I think I'm going to get it.
Fine. 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 Fine.
Fall! Fall!
One of the reasons I love this game more is because a lot of these characters feature in this game don't feature in the sequel, and there's a lot more interesting characters in this game, as well as the enemies in this game. Far more interesting. This game to me is very reminiscent of Silent Hill, and that's what I like. You don't get as much of it in the sequel. There is homage to this game in the sequel, but this one's a lot better, I think. And that's the end of chapter 1. That chapter does drag on a bit in comparison. Let's continue. I'm only going to be online for a couple of hours tonight. I'm hoping to put back on again tomorrow, but yeah, I'm only going to be online till about 8 o'clock, so see how much we can get through. Be back on tomorrow morning at some point. I don't know what time I'll be on. I'll be tweeting when I've got more information. If you do want to follow me on Twitter, you can visit my YouTube page, and it's got my Twitter details on there. Through my Twitter you can also find my eBay links, because I sell games on eBay quite a lot as well. So you can find that on my Twitter, and I also do have a Facebook page, Griffin Monkey Games. I use that rarely, but I do update every now and then. I've been meaning to update it every time I play a game, do a review of it, but it's not something I've actually had the time to do at the minute, but I will be looking at doing that. I was streaming on Twitch a while back, but I don't think that's something I'm going to be doing much now. I think I'd much prefer to be a YouTube gamer than a Twitch gamer. I will be keeping on I will stay on Twitch. I prefer to just watch streams on there, but it's a good place for watching streams of games. It's very good for when a game comes out. If I don't know if I want to play it, if I don't know much about it, I'll just go on Twitch and I'll watch a stream. I can just scroll through all the game titles on there rather than just searching on YouTube. I find it much easier that way. Right, so I won't tell you what's actually going on here. No spoilers here.
Anybody there?
I'll just leave that. In case you've not played it, you don't know the story. That's why I'm leaving all the videos to play through, so you can follow what's going on.
Are we awake?
Is everyone else all right? The city.
Whatever are you talking about? You are the only soul here. Right now.
A hospital.
This place is necessary for you. You're always welcome here.
I've been hospitalized?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. Please, sign in here. Without signing in, there's no...
So when you return to this location, I'm not telling you too much about it, but you will return to this location at certain points in the game, and this is where you'll always go to save. So you'll always go up to the desk here, and that's your save point.
To ensure your future memories. This way, please.
Smells like medicine.
You are all right. Please, relax. Please, have a seat.
What the hell?
You mustn't fight it. This is for your own good.
No. Stop.
So this will be where you go to upgrade your skills, like upgrade your guns, your stamina, your ammo, stuff like that. So you collect the green gel and that's your currency for upgrading your skills. So you can pick up jars of it, or you can pick up actual puddles of green gel when you kill an enemy.
I'll be waiting.
This is the only point in the game where you actually leave that area, where you have no choice to leave. When you re-enter that area, you will enter and exit of your own accord. That's the only time you won't, you have no choice no matter. So now we're officially in chapter 2, and you'll start here, and always make sure you pick up this health. Oh, my health's full. Ah, yes, this one. Let me just familiarise myself with the controls. Yes. Because I'm on New Game Plus, I've got a lot of weapons and ammo you won't have when you just play New Game. So I've got 4 health already. Inject yourself with these, fills up your health. You can also pick up health kits as well, I believe. So now he's got decent health, he no longer limps. There's a few crates to collect around here. I think I've bypassed a couple of them. There's some green gel. This is where you should pick up a lantern. I've got it already because this is New Game Plus. So if I didn't pick it up there, it wouldn't matter. I'd still have one when it came to the next section. And coming up in a moment, there's a section where you need to pick up a gun. Same rules apply. I don't need to because I've just accidentally filled up my health again. Never mind. I have weapons, so I think he automatically picks the gun up anyway. But I already have it, so it's not a problem.
Connolly? God, Connolly.
Where did he go? That one shot's awesome. You collect matches in this game as well to burn the bodies. You don't have to burn the bodies, but sometimes you'll find they're not actually dead and they're just lying there. So if you burn them, you'll save yourself a lot of messing about. Right, get that gel. Never forget the gel. Yep, switch the lantern on, that's a good idea.
Hurts! Hurts! Whoa.
Were you warning me about this? You are Leslie, right? I'm a police officer. Maybe I should help you.
Should help you.
Shit. How am I gonna get you to a hospital?
Hospital. 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 Hospital!
What the fuck?
Yep, disarming these is definitely a good idea. It gives you parts for ammo, for your crossbow, bolts, fire bolts, and freeze bolts, poison bolts, etc. You don't have to disarm them, you can just duck under them, but disarming them is going to give you the parts. So I would recommend it. Obviously if you're playing a new game, you wouldn't be able to use the sniper rifle, which I can use because I'm playing New Game Plus, which is going to make it a lot easier in the beginning. Let's go. Some green gel. More green gel. Carry on. Same on fire. Is he going to drop any green gel? No. So this is where you get, how you get back into that room I was in before with the save point and the upgrade station. You just go through the mirror here. Every mirror you see will crack like that, and that'll be your exit to the safe room if you like. I don't need to go in there, but I'm just going to go in just see if I have an idea what's going on.
What the?
I don't always go through this particular mirror, especially when I'm doing a speed run. There is a trophy for completing the game in 5 hours, so if you want to get that, I would recommend not going into this area every time, and definitely don't go unless you need to. So we'll go back through and continue on. There's actually 2 mirrors you can go back through, one from the room, one in that direction, one in the other direction towards the chair that you're sitting to upgrade. There's an option for a sneak kill here. I don't need to do a sneak kill. Well, I'll just show you how it's done. You would sneak from a distance like this. Make sure your lantern's off. This doesn't always work, but it's looking good at the minute. Shall we? Yep, that's how you sneak kill. I believe there's a trophy for something like 5 sneak kills in a row. I'm not going to burn that body because he's dead. I will collect that gel. Go run through here. This section of the game, you pretty much know you're going the right way because you're following him for most of it. So if you're not seeing him, you might be going the wrong way. Just double checking my sniper rifle was loaded. I know it's equipped because it's in the top left. Throughout the game you will see statues, small statues lying around. I think there's normally one on this wall somewhere, but I think because I've already collected it, that's why it's not showing. If you smash them, shoot them, hit them, whatever, they will have keys in, and the keys will open lockers in the safe room, and then they'll have things in like ammo or green gel and stuff like that, just so it's going to help you out.
Hey, are you guys from around
So look out for some of them in the game. I would recommend that you always once you have a sniper rifle, make sure you've always got ammo in it, always save one, because there's one of those statues you can't get without a sniper rifle later on in the game. I will point out once I'm in that part of the game. This part of the game can be done stealthily. You can grab a bottle, throw it, get them to turn and stuff like that, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to shoot them. There is no auto aim on this. I don't believe the sequel does have auto aim, which is quite useful. I am speed running my way through, so I'm not going to bother going in the huts and stuff like that. I'm just going to carry on. I can see an enemy there, he's got a torch. I can see enemy here in front of fire. If you come across an enemy with a torch, pick up the torch after you kill him, because you can use that to swipe at another enemy, and that's quite useful. And that was a great shot. Very happy with that. And you're gone. I'll have your torch. Just disarm that tripwire. And I know there's someone else around here, and let's give him a good going. Oh yeah. Oh, and there's another one. Let's just run away a bit, get a head start. Boom. I'm just going to switch to handgun because I don't want to waste my sniper rifle ammo too much. Always burn these ones, or they will get back up. Oh, he does not want to go. Oh, he's gone. Let's get a gel. Yeah, on occasions I have been at this point, didn't spot them bodies there, or just assumed they were dead, and once you go to crank this wheel, they will get up and attack you, and you won't be able to get through. So if you just do burn them, it makes things a lot easier. They don't always get up like that and come after you. Sometimes they just burn straight away. There is a trophy for getting through from even before this section, the first part where I think it's where you first pick up a gun. From there through to the next gate without being spotted, and that's a homage to Dishonored, because that
Good
trophy is
God.
called Alla Corvo.
That's right. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I'm not bothered about that, and I'm not going to kill every enemy here because that's time consuming. If you do want to do this stealthily for that Alla Corvo trophy, there are plenty of videos on YouTube. I know because I followed a couple myself.
God damn it!
And that's the end of chapter 2. Chapter 2 is pretty short, let's be honest. Especially doing it the way I just did it. If you're going through all the houses and you're picking up everything, you're looking for all the collectible, like smashing all the crates, it's going to take a bit longer. I'm just saving for habit's sake now, I don't really need to save. It does auto-save quite often, so saving isn't a big issue unless you're really worried about your progress. Let's carry on. Chapter 3 is a chapter I struggled on a lot when I first played it. It's not difficult, it's just when you're not used to the game, there are a lot of enemies, and this is where you'll this is where you face your first boss enemy. It's a lot easier once you know what you're doing, once you know where the enemies are coming from. And when you're on New Game Plus, it's even easier because you've got all your upgraded weapons with you. So there is a box matches here because you do have to burn these bodies to pass through. There is no other option, and I would definitely recommend waiting until the fire's gone out. Because I've been through it and thought, oh, it's alright, I'll survive it, but yeah, it takes a bit of health off you. If you're impatient, I am an impatient gamer, I did say that before.
Shit.
So one of the things I said before, I said that on this chapter I did struggle, and I said you need to know where all the enemies are coming from. The reason is, if you've not killed all the regular type zombies before you start the boss fight, the regular type zombies will join in, they will join the fight, so it is recommended to go into all the huts and find them, kill them. And do not do that. Yeah, I've not played it in a while, so I think you have to go in the right side. Good news is I'm back in the same location. So yeah, we won't go under there, don't go under there until later on. You'll know why when the time comes. If you hear that music, that means there is a mirror nearby to enter the aforementioned room. I'm gonna go into actually just to save it, and that's the only reason. It's just a good idea to save often whether you need to or not. It's just a habit, save often, it saves problems. It was Skyrim that introduced me to that philosophy that I just can't shake now. If you played Skyrim, you'll know why you need to save often. So I'll save here. I'll just overwrite that save. There we have it. Guys, as you remember, I exited through that mirror down at the bottom of the hallway last time. But this time I'm going to see straight ahead is where the chair is, where you upgrade, which I'm not going to bother doing just yet, and here's another mirror here. That was close. Pick up these axes, you can kill enemies with these. These are single use axes, so once you've used it, it's gone. I'm crouching here because I don't know why. I was expecting something else. There are explosives in this game that are triggered by fast movement, so if you crouch and move slowly, you will not set them off, and you can disarm them that way. But if you come walking at full speed and running around, you'll set them off. You'll see one there. If it senses you, it start beeping. You get a few seconds. If it does start to beep, you can crouch and it won't sense you. Like so. If you put yourself a spine through there, you have to get in the blue section. If you stop the thing in the red section, it's going to explode, and you might die, or if you're lucky, you might just be injured. Let's just burn that one for the hell of it. Let's go upstairs. Cannot remember if there's enemies in this house or not. Most of them do have enemies, so I'm assuming so. You can hide under the bed in case you want to evade enemies. Press R1, that'll keep you hidden under, and you'll get a view. You'll get a view from under the bed, so you'll see, if the enemy walks in, you'll see the legs.
Who's there?
No, don't shoot. I'm not one of them. I'm a doctor. Marcelo Jimenez.
You were in the ambulance before it crashed, right?
Yes, we're lucky to be alive.
Have you seen anyone else?
My patient Leslie. I saw him running up ahead, but...
But?
Come this way. Quietly, mind you.
he is. I should have known where he was, but I did not.
Have a look for yourself. Those things chased me all the way into the village.
Me too. They're all over the place.
Leslie went through that gate. Good Lord.
There are too many to shoot our way through.
One of us could try to lure them away while the other gets the gate open. You're the one with the gun.
If you say so.
Now when I say the axe is single use, that applies to enemies, so smashing crates open doesn't make a difference. You still have the axe.
Damn them all three. There is a crank on the terrace. You need to operate it if I'm to pass through.
So now I've operated that crank, that locks the blades up, the spikes if you will, that locks them up in place so you can pass through now.
Here! Hey! Over here! That's right, this way!
That old guy's gonna get himself killed.
We don't particularly need a bottle. Well, let's see if we can whack him with it. There we go. I would normally grab the torch, but I've still got the axe. I don't seem to have the axe. This zombie has a gun. Do not miss about with him. Porcelain mask as well, so we'll get through that. He's dead. They give off green gel, they're dead. Don't know where what burning the bodies. Unless you've got too many matches, then go for it. Right, here's another one of those proximity bombs. That's what I said before. Click when it's in the blue section, it'll disarm. If it's in the red section, you're going to blow up. So, let's see how I do. And there's another one. I just blew two of them up. Not great, but I'm still alive, so. Let's go outside. Pretty sure you can climb through a window. See, now I can pass through here. The growling that can be heard here is the boss. You can go for him now, but not recommended, because I would get the other enemies out of the way first. Go for the blue section, and there we have it. There's a lot of crates to smash in here. Nothing in there. And bear traps, watch out for bear traps. Now we've done most of the collecting here. I'm going to head back to the ladder and climb up there. There should be some collectibles up there. Now before I mentioned the statues you collect which have the keys in, one of them is usually in here I think, but as I have collected them they're not showing up. So there's bullets to pick up, so I'm going to just reload my gun, which will give me space to pick them up. Can't pick up any matches, not the biggest problem. Definitely climb down here, don't just jump down the hole, it's a big drop, you will not make it. You see him down there then? He's attached to chains. What you do is you throw an explosive at him or something like that, and then he will break loose of the chains, grab his chainsaw, come barging through and come after you, so just be prepared when the moment comes. What I'm going to do first is go through the buildings, kill off all the other enemies, or at least get the bulk of them out of the way. And then go with him. And if I go with him and it turns out I'm not hit all the enemies, I'm hoping there's only a couple that I've missed.
Better find cover.
This guy's got a sniper, but so have I. There we go. Also, in your first playthrough you wouldn't have a sniper rifle there, so you'd have to get past without being fired out. My pistol is fully upgraded, so I'm having more success than I was on my first playthrough of the pistol as well. So do bear that in mind if you decide to go for it. Do it the way I'm doing it. With a pistol that's not been upgraded at all, it's going to take you a few shots, even with headshots. Fill up my health there, why not? Some bolts in the wall here for my crossbow. Don't open the door. Controls quite sensitive for this game. Where's my crossbow? Crossbow's bottom. Press square, you can change between different types of bolts. So we've got the harpoon bolts, lightning bolts, flash bolts, and that's all I've got at the moment. I can use parts to make bolts. See if I remember how this is done. Nope. Gonna need R1 make bolt, right? So that's how it's done. Well, I also want as many of the explosive bolts as possible. Frost bolts not too bad about. Flash bolts come in handy as well because I can't make any right now. If it's in red you can't make one, you ain't got enough parts. If it's in blue you can. So I can't get that. I forgot what I was saying. So it's quite handy, you can make bolts, so if you're on the run, you use all your ammo, you've got a lot of parts, you can just go and make them on your run. And if memory serves, once you enter that screen, Don't quote me on this, but I think it is paused. On the Evolving 2, it's definitely paused when you go on that menu. On this, it might be just slow-mo. Will be, you'll find it there, but there's nowhere else you can get it in the game. So if you miss it, tough. I don't even know if you can miss it. If you pull this handle here, it's going to send a load of bolts from the ceiling. So you can do that if you want to get some enemies easy. You can do the same from here. Does the same thing. And here it's probably a weapon of some sort, which I'll already have. It's just ammo. Do I have I should have a shotgun. I think I'll equip my shotgun, put the sniper away. Just save that for a later time. Dismantle that. Let's see what else. He's watching. We can't leave. Just wondering if I can smash this window. Give me a quick exit. I think, yep, that's an option. I feel like I'm missing some enemies, but I don't know where they are. Because I'm trying to do a speed run, I'm not going to spend an awful lot of time looking for enemies. I'm just going to take a risk. I've got a good feeling about it anyway, because I've got full upgraded weapons. Comes down to it, I've even got a rocket launcher. Yep, I've got 16 ammo for it as well. Oh, I've got 2 keys there as well. I've got 23,400 shell. But I think I've bulletproof all skills, so I don't think I can actually use it. Got a torch. This is back to the area where the boss is. And there's another proximity bomb. If you do set it off there and it explodes, that sometimes gets the boss's attention and he will escape and come out. So just keep that in mind. No, I don't want to come up here. I wondered if that was another area for collectibles, but that's just the area I was before. Look out here. Yep. You got an enemy here. And another one here. No gel this time, that's not very nice. I'll burn you for the cheek. I thought that was an enemy. Oh. There's ammo for my sniper, that's handy. I don't think there's many more enemies about now. I think I've done most of the houses. There is a ladder I need to climb for some more collectibles. And I think I'll call it a day at that, and then go for the boss. That's just an unavoidable moment that always happens. He always falls at that point. You cannot take any damage from that moment. This is the ladder I was mentioning, so I need to climb up this. If you're looking for the statues, there is one up there, which is gone because I've already got it. You have to shoot it down from partially way up, or is I forget if you shoot it from the bottom or shoot it from the top. But it's part way up. It's about around about here on. I think it normally on that ledge. So you do have to shoot it down, and then the key will be on the ground when you go back down. There's a flashbolt, that's handy. Some parts to make more bolts. More gel. I now think I'm going to go after the boss. Oh. It's been waiting for me. I've taken the wrong turn here. I didn't mean to go that way, did I? I'll go here. What I normally do is I normally go up there. I normally go up top and I shoot explosive bolt directly at him from the top balcony, but I think I'm going to do it from the bottom this time. I'm going to fire a grenade. Re-equip my health, just in case. Yeah, so when you're on that menu it's only partially paused, it's not a full pause. And he's on the move. One, two. And that's checkpoint, and it's as simple as that. If you're fully upgraded, if you're not fully upgraded, it's going to take a bit longer. I won't lie, I did struggle on that a fair amount of times in the past. But yeah, that's all you need. If you fully upgraded your bolts, you got 3 explosive bolts and that's it. And you might have noticed towards the end there that there was actually one other enemy that came over. But I killed it with the same explosion, so I was quite lucky there. These chests are set up like the proximity alarm, so you have to open them slowly to disarm the alarm. There is no explosion in this one. But several chests have the exploding the grenade built in, if you know what I mean. So this is pretty much the end of the chapter. I'm going to call it a day in a minute. I'll just finish the chapter off. Yes, the reason you had to kill the boss, you had to get his chainsaw. You do not get to keep his chainsaw. The chainsaw disappears after this. And you break the chain and you get through. There's actually a hull of a building that I didn't go in, where you see the doctor guy, and he's hiding in an attic. That's another section where you can collect things, but I've completely bypassed that. So that's a great way.
Over here!
And here he just follows you through anyway.
Officer, you must take me with you.
Detective Castellanos.
Leslie should be just ahead. It is imperative that we find him.
And that's that. So that's chapter 3 done. So I'll stop streaming now, but cheers for joining in, for watching. If you've been interested, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, and I will be back on tomorrow continuing from chapter 4. So I'll be on tomorrow morning. If you check my Twitter, I will tweet when a rough time, so you'll know when I'm going on, and I'll put a tweet up when I'm going online as well. So thanks for tuning in, and again, if you want my Twitter info, just check the profile on the YouTube page. Alright, cheers, and I'll be back on tomorrow.